And the biggest point of emphasis coming today, and it did. There's a lot of signs there that we understand that we've got to run on and off the field. We've got to run to the football. You've got to chase the ball on offense, even if you're an offensive lineman. And you've got to be physical in everything you do. You could be physical when you're not in pads. You got to be smart. We're not trying to take guys to the ground or bang up some shoulders, but certainly, very positive first day, miles to go, but certainly in the right direction.
As a coach, there's no better place to be than the practice field right now. You feel like you're at home.
Oh my Lord, kidding me? You already know. I mean, you see the maniacal coaches that we have on the staff, the way they get after. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and the anticipation and the mental intensity is reflected on how do they come to the building and what time they get here. When your meetings can start 11, 12 minutes earlier because everybody's sitting down already, well, that's a sign, right? If you have a team where guys are kind of straggling in a minute before or right a second before, well, then you've got the wrong kind of mental intensity. So it's there. You have to sustain it. We have to be very realistic about it. We can't allow for human nature to kick in. And like we said, this is camp time. It's a mindset. Camp mentality is very different than the other phases of the football season. So we got to go to work.
Coach, did you get that same type of intensity out of your players as you got out of your coaches?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, to me, always. You walk out there and you see Coach Joe, man, those triceps look like quads popping out of his shirt, man. He's getting a three-point stance and trying to figure out a way how to cut block him or something, But yeah, our mantra is, make sure that, be a difference maker today. Make a difference in the way we play with tempo and the way we play technically and the way that our football IQ increases, but have a positive effect on our football players by coaching with positive energy, right? There's no room for the other stuff.
Yesterday you talked about building on year 2 and more continuity. Did you see that? Obviously there's going to be some learning and some teaching day one, but was it more seamless than it was what you were expecting?
It is, but part of it is systematically we're very different. I mean, it's year 1 for us, but there's continuity from year 1, so it makes it a stronger and a more, I guess, a less new year 1. There's the continuity provides for schematic, I would say, advancement right away. You don't have to go the basic vanilla stuff for day 1. You could kind of throw a couple more things at them, and they did a good job with it. And I thought the older guys have made a tremendous improvement in the way that they push the younger guys, thus elevating the standard.
How much different is a fall camp when you have an established quarterback as compared to when you have to figure that position out?
It's a different animal. And I know some people kind of just throw it out there to encourage positivity. I'm telling you, the way Braxton is playing and the way Tyler is playing, those guys are doing a great job because we honestly, who we have to coach the hardest on this team? Justin Herbert, right? The Shane Lemieux, the Justin Holland, the guys that have been there and played a lot of plays. And I mean, for us, for our culture to be right, the best thing we could do is coach them as hard as we possibly can because they respect it and they want that. And it just goes in saying that again, those young guys performing like they do, I think it helps the entire process.
How did you guys decide on what side of the ball Addison was going to play on?
Well, he's going to play both. He's going to play both until we kind of figure it out a little bit. He brings too much to the table to lock him in on one side right now. When you arrive this late, you've got a lot of ground to make up, right? But we haven't seen you. You weren't here for spring. You weren't here in the summer for the workouts. He's got a high football IQ. He's like a real deal, like human being. Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, please. This guy is all about doing it the right way. And he made some really nice plays out there. And then you watch him at safety, the way he runs the alley, and fits the box. This guy will strike you. So he brings a lot of things to the table.
Do you have an idea of when you'll make a decision on where he fits, or is that going to be something that you play both sides of the season?
Our team, if you look at those 2 positions, they're the ones that need the most help from a depth standpoint. So we'll make it pretty quick. We're not gonna keep the secret weapon on the submarine intact. Bust it out late in camp or anything like that. We really want to find him a home right away. It's just that it's a hard one. It's a hard one because what he's shown in a short period of time.
He switched in practice, like when you go offense one day, defense one day.
Yeah, you saw early on in practice, we're trying to get him more involved in some of the tackling drills. We missed a couple opportunities there. We got caught up in the speed and the tempo and day 1 intensity, but you could bank on him getting reps on both sides.
Would you be open to someone playing both sides of the ball during the season?
If they're good enough, yes. If they're good enough, and sometimes you recruit guys that can do that, but they have a specific role on the other side of the ball. For example, if you have a great wide receiver, a guy that can flat out go, he's a big body, right? 230, 240 pound guy. but he's also like a high school phenom edge rusher. There's a guy that'll play wide receiver for you, but then on third down he could flip over and run a very simple package for you, right? Maximize your roster, maximize personnel usage, however you got to do it.
Yesterday, or during spring ball, you said Alex Forsythe could be in contention for all 5 spots. Seems like he opened today at center. Is that a dead spot for him? Or
No, he's a good player. He's a good player. The one thing, when we teach the offensive line, I've been lucky. I had a really good offensive line coach. He made all of us learn every position. So when we're in a meeting, you could be playing right tackle. You could ask a freshman, "You're playing right tackle? Hey, give me ID the front, name the mic, ID him, make every line call for every player, including the tight end." And they have to do so. So that helps us. It helps our versatility, and certainly, God forbid any type of serious injury, you feel really comfortable with 8, 10 guys that can play football for you.
Where did you see the improvement in this game from
Alex?
Yeah.
No, when you're not in pads, you won't know yet. I just think that the way that guy grinds, and the combination with his athletic ability, he had great high school coaching too. I mean, he came in with a really strong foundation. This guy wants to be a great one. He really does. So the natural progression of his development is very obvious in everything leading up to now. We're looking forward to seeing him in pads.
Overall, though, were you pleased with the first day of the interview that you saw, and did anyone stand out and maybe surprise you a little bit?
Super pleased with energy, and super pleased to be out here. That's always the most important thing. Technically and fundamentally and execution-wise, we're not going to get there until we may never feel like we have gotten there, and that's not a bad thing. But guys that sit out, there were a good chunk of guys that stood out now. I thought George Moore really showed just really good balance and body control and some power. I thought Panay did so as well. TBJ looked explosive, so did CJ Verdell. Dylan Mitchell had a couple snags and some stuff, and as a punt returner, as did Ugo. He keeps telling me to watch his high school highlight tape. I guess I'm going to have to watch it this afternoon about him being a punt returner. He looked good. Justin Hollins looks really just stout and physical. It seems like he's kind of kicked it up a notch, a different level. So there's a good chunk of guys, and I don't want to get them too excited about how well they did in shorts. But.
Coach, what's your focus on for the first week? How do you kind of implement your plans as you go forward from here?
I think we pick up where we left off in the spring. We want to play physical football, right? And that requires you to